some reason sleep deprived after sleeping for 12 hours and napping for 4 hours. And given by the person to my left, I'm recording, whose webcam, for a second there froze. It just had like an orgasm face.
But it's probably Discord because I've been hearing talks from friends who've had problems with Discord freezing up, if not just completely going down for servers.
Oh yeah, trust me. On my end, it looks weird for Discord, but on the recording part, it's fine. So
Yeah.
the thumbnail will give it away. The thumbnail will always have the GFUEL. We got Mega Potion, which honestly I've had this for about 2 weeks, but I haven't really had very much of it. Maybe like 1 or 2 servings.
I've had several, but that's because it's fucking unbearably hot over here.
He already has his shook up for the most part. That's why you see the color.
And also because I've had it in the freezer because reasons.
Mine's been sitting in the very top shelf of the fridge for the last week. Now, you smell the mango more in the powder.
It's a lot more obvious in the powder versus the liquid variation, because the liquid variation everything blends together, obviously, but you can still smell a very slight hint of it.
Like the powder is heavy. Ironically, I was looking at different pictures. One of the ones I've linked before has done like drink mixes with Monster Hunter, and they actually and it's the same exact color from Mega Potion.
You know, the thing that got me is like looking at this, especially in a clear shaker cup, is the fact that if you didn't know this was Mega Potion, this almost resembles like the peach rings in color.
Sort of, and I realized using the same exact shaker cup.
Well, I figured it's well, Sonic's technically not Capcom. I mean, it's still a video game based shaker cup, and I figured, oh, you can see through this one. In case you picked one that you can't see through.
The only thing I've noticed is that you have a different lid.
Do I?
Yeah, that's like the moon pie lid.
Oh shit!
Because
my mom must have got the mix up when she was doing the dishes earlier.
Because I always have to organize them whenever I'm doing it, and that's how you usually figure it out.
What color's the
It's red.
Okay.
It's pretty much just blue and red.
Oh, you know why Charlie made the mistake? Is because she probably thought the yellow was like the ring.
Probably. I noticed
Power
that,
rings.
like, oh. But
that's probably why she thought it matched.
Now, mango still pops up smell-wise.
Yes, it's probably the more powerful of the other fruit scents in there. I mean, you can get a very slight hint of apple from it. Very slight comparison.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a jackfruit and mango flavor. Which jackfruit, as I described to you when we were discussing this in the past, was like bananas and apples.
Yeah.
It's predominantly like pear and apple, with the hint.
Yeah,
of
it tastes very pearish. Like, it tastes more pearish than the actual sweet pear flavor that they had a couple years back.
Which was the golden apple pear.
Yeah. Yeah, and naturally, of course, after a couple of years, it's a lot more refined than what they had before.
Also banana in there.
Pretty faint, but yeah.
It's a very subtle flavor. Nothing is overpowering, like, oh my god, it's so sweet kind of thing. It's subtle.
And also the fruits. And the fruit flavors themselves do not overpower the other. Like, even though I said mango's the strongest, that's just because that's what it's meant to taste like. Like, it's meant to be like like a fruit cocktail of these flavors.
Now, it's pretty much smell wise, it was predominantly mango, but the taste
Yeah.
wise is not.
No.
It's very deceiving in that regard, but it's still not an unwelcome addition either way.
It really is like mixing a pear and a mango together.
It is good though. I
It's a
never,
very mellow flavor. It's
yeah.
not anything that's like, oh, for example, let's say one of the more recent flavors would be God, I'm blanking on uh, the peach rings, for example, where it is like blatantly peach. Like it is very peach.
Oh, that
It is
one's
very
that's.
sweet.
Oh, I'm gonna say that one's sweet. Like this one is like a perfectly balanced, where it's like not. It's not something that's tart. It's not bland, but it's not overly sweet. It's like a perfect balance.
Like
Um,
for non GFUEL drinkers, if you've ever had any sort of like fruit blend by the brand name Kerns, it's kind of like that.
also different state, which means different brands because that's not in Texas.
Yes. I'll just quickly Google that up just for reference. Uh,
But overall, it's a good flavor. It's not gonna rate my top flavors, mind you. I feel like Ice
it may not be
Shatter
a
is.
top.
I feel like Ice Shatter is still probably my top flavor. Um,
Yeah, I would say it's not a top flavor, but what I'll say is it's definitely the kind of flavor you would want after the a very hot day in the summer weather.
let's see. It's a good flavor, but like some of my top, I think I've got like my top 5 flavors so far. Ice Shatter, Nemesis Tea, Peach
Mm-hmm.
Rings, Raging Gummy Fish, and Dub Melon Mint are my top 5.
Let's see. For me, I don't really have a set order at the moment, but Ice Shatter is definitely a top one, as is Peach Rings. I would definitely say that the Nemesis Iced Tea would also be up there. Uh, I also tend to favor Phase X simply because it reminded me a lot of having the uh, the white flavor of power, like the white cherry Powerade,
Mm, got it.
and really good. And for a fifth one, honestly, to recent memory, we'd probably have to go to the juice, just because it's probably the closest thing I've had to Kool-Aid in a while.
I mean, it tastes like Hawaiian Punch to me.
Yeah, Hawaiian Punch is probably
It
a
tastes
better
like the
comparison.
original Hawaiian Punch. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. Like, there's
You know, that's
no
a fair
comparison.
point, especially when you have it like iced down. Then it really tastes like Hawaiian Punch,
Yeah, it has to be pretty much ice cold to bring out the full flavor. Because I've done
which is partially why we
comparisons.
do. Yeah,
I've
which is
done
partially why we do them in the freezer.
Now I've done comparisons. I compared drinking it ice cold and just with down water I had just bought.
Mm-hmm.
If it's at room temperature for those who are drinking, it's gonna taste chalky and powdery. It's not gonna fully blend, in my opinion, and bring out more flavor compared to being ice cold. That was an experiment I did on my off time.
Yeah, uh,
Now,
like
a flavor that will work just as fine regardless is Nemesis Tea. It will blend
mhm.
regardless. There are some that will work just fine, but there are some that will not. The juice is one of
One that
them.
does blend that comes to mind that you can't get anymore is the Type O. Actually,
That passion fruit flavor, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I still have some of that. That's actually one of the
Hmm.
ones that even Electric Shock had mentioned that they had. He wished they would bring back. Dumb Element being another one because a lot of these flavors were just one-offs because of the game.
Yeah, which is in part why when we get see like a promotional flavor from like a video game, like be it the Mega Potion, the big titty goth lady flavor that's coming next month.
Maiden's Blood.
Mhm. That's why we move quick on those because we know those are the ones that are quickest to be susceptible to being vaulted quickly.
Yeah, which obviously
You
that
might
kicks
say,
out
well,
next month.
yeah, and your viewers might say, well, what about the peach strings? Well, see, the thing is, there's an ongoing promotion with Sonic because A, it's in an anniversary year, and B, they're working steadily on the second movie, so it only makes sense to keep it going.
That is also true. I'm just trying to have other flavors. Like they had recently reskinned Spicy Demonade and brought that back out.
Yeah,
Actually, I still have a little bit of the melon mint left. Like,
I'm all out.
bubblegum was interesting, but it's not one I would personally keep all year.
It,
That's
it's one that I would say it was a good novelty, but that's I think something that should have been shelved over for something like Dub Melon or something.
that I agree with. And I'm kind of sad I didn't have the money to do this at the time.
Oh, you know our asses would be bogoing that fucking Dub Melon if it was still there.
No, if I had the money, I would have BOGO'd Boysenberry and Pink Drip at the same time, but I didn't have the
Oh
money.
yeah, yeah, fair. I thought we were talking about like flavors that have been shelved and wish
No,
we would come back.
I'm talking about the recent BOGO that they did.
Ah, yeah. Well, it's still summer. They'll probably do at least one more, like an end of the summer sale.
Well, they can also do it next month because the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because a lot of these stores are doing sales on their drinks at that point too.
So
Good
there is a
point.
chance then, which ironically, Sam gets paid 3 days before that. So,
And you know me, I mean, uh, out of those, I mean, I've been really hyped for the boysenberry because that feels like something that could work, possibly in milk, depending.
well, Pink Drip was reminded of like just various different pink candies like from Skittles, Starburst.
Ah, so it's like a stepped up version of the mystery flavor,
It's
the
very
classified flavor, I should say.
kind of in a way, but probably more so.
Hmm. Yeah, because the two that have been the biggest mystery to me, because I haven't seen all of the new videos from Shock, is Pink Drip and Clickbait.
Clickbait was a cherry pomegranate.
Oh, you know
I
what?
said
That
that for a
might be.
while.
Yeah, it didn't click in my head, and it's like, oh, you know what? Also, that might be why they'll keep the Type O shelf because they probably have a new pomegranate flavor then.
Well, typo was actually the passion fruit. I thought it was pomegranate, though it was apparently passion fruit.
Oh,
Um, because
that would make
it
sense.
reminded me of pomegranate because of the certain thing to it, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and for me, I've had pomegranate more often than I've had passion fruit.
Same here.
As for the
I've once cracked open the pomegranate. I'll literally take a whole handful of seeds and just shove them in my mouth and just slowly spit the seeds out.
like a good old fashioned watermelon.
Yes, only more tart.
Yeah, that makes sense actually, from what I can recall of it. Uh,
So
I will say I am curious about the sour demonade though. I am curious about that.
yeah, I feel like that one's mostly probably just like a sour lemonade than anything else.
I'm actually predicting it might be similar to like a liquid warhead.
I mean, it wouldn't affect me. I mean, considering the
Oh
sour
no,
beers
me
I've had.
neither. Oh yeah, some of the beers that you've had and have introduced me to while I was over there were a lot more sour than a warhead,
Oh yeah,
and they're still good, mind you. It's just there are things more powerful than a warhead.
yes. So I had to do that because I have about over 60 different beers on my phone. And I still have not checked in.
This
But
guy has like a backlog. Like this guy could write a fucking blog on beers.
I honestly
Actually,
could.
that actually would be an interesting way to 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 spend your time when you're not down with the energy of having a stream.
Yeah,
Make a name for yourself. You could be a critic.
that's what Untapped really is. But
Oh yeah, but nothing says you can't branch out from that.
yeah, it's something I might discuss with Marshall because, again, he and I have very similar tastes.
The BBB, the Beer Bros blog.
I had a different thought that came in my mind, but I'll leave that to after this. Obviously, well, for you, it probably would have been like a boysenberry and shiny splash, but
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna do a flavor review together, I would want to at least keep it consistent so we can review the same stuff,
this is true.
and then I can just buy like shiny splash from Amazon through you and
Yeah,
just
because
circumvent.
they have all three of those on Amazon.
Oh, that's actually really spiffy.
Because I looked actually
Hmm.
the other night when I was looking at the Go XLR.
Ah, look at an upgrade.
Well, the Go XLR, like, I've actually used the Go XLR to actually talk in Discord. It can
Ah,
actually work that way to fix some of the issues compared to this because it's because this is externally powered through a external source.
yeah.
I was looking up on how to
No, that
do.
makes sense.
I was looking up on, but anyway, that'll be discussed as going live. But either way, hope y'all enjoyed this. This is a good again. This is a good flavor. It's not bad. It depends on what your tastes are. I would definitely recommend probably honestly the juice or ice shatter would probably or even the Phase X flavor if they still have it.
They
Those
do.
I can't talk.
It's all right. It's all good.
And I'm not gonna edit any of this out. So
I
those are the
would
ones I
say
would
that,
recommend for first flavor more so than this.
and that's only because these are more for fruit flavors. These are more muted. Like these are the more like soft fruit flavors. Like when he's saying like try the juice, try the ice shatter. He's talking about fruit flavors that really have like a full body flavor, like something that really just literally punches your taste buds.
Essentially, plus this is a limited thing, so I thought
Yeah,
recommend the ones that
because
would probably keep in there because of obvious reasons. It's good.
and that's exactly why we're moving in on the Maiden's Blood because you know, especially with how quickly the big bitches sold out.
Oh,
Like
they're gone within an
people,
hour.
hmm you know that those are going to be like easily early retired eventually.
Oh, I'm waiting for someone who bought enough in separate orders to start selling them on eBay. I guarantee there's
Oh,
someone that did it.
oh, I believe it. Like every time I look on eBay, I feel slight regret for letting the oh god, the Miami Knights Shaker Cup go because
Yeah,
now they're selling them for like a heavy markup, and it's just like you know, even if I had $500 million, I still wouldn't pay that much for a Shaker Cup.
no. By the way, I've been Zara in through AT&T's shitty internet. That's been Ray.
It sucks over here.
That's why you'll hear him breaking off or freezing up as well. Besides Discord being Discord.
Yeah, Discord has actually been trending today because it's had a lot of problems.
Yeah, like it messes up more so on the actual Discord screen when I'm recording this compared to the actual OBS screen.
Yeah, which there's nothing we can do when it's on Discord's end of things.
No,
You just have to hope and pray.
pretty much. And yeah, so till next time, this will come out eventually. I've got a backlog of videos, so
You have so many between videos, VODs, you name it.
well, because YouTube already has my VODs on that, I'm not worried about those. They're already still active. But yeah, I'll discuss that in a little bit.
Fair.
Later, folks.
Peace.